Here is a plugin for dropping design nodes into a play and editor session and having them persist when you exit. We can, for example, move around in here and find a spot that is unreachable and quickly drop a note. I'm entering this by pressing a keybind that we'll talk about in a minute. Let's take a look at how you set this up. In the project settings, the Breadcrumbs plugin has an entry underneath the plugins category. It's integrated with all the other settings, and here you can set the key to use for spawning. You can set it to another key in case it collides with the mapping you already need. We can also choose custom markers, which we'll talk about next, and custom spawners, which we'll talk about after that. To make a custom marker, you can simply inherit from the ESR breadcrumb marker and then customize the components inside of the actor. If you need to map an input besides a keyboard key to spawn the markers, such as a VR controller, or if you need to change the way the marker is placed in the level, you can make a custom spawner blueprint and assign that in the settings. Let's take a look inside the example that's provided. To create a custom spawning location other than the first player controller's pawn, you can override the spawn breadcrumb method. This will become an event in the main graph. The spawn marker event should also call to the parent node, which you can do by right-clicking the event and selecting the call to parent option. That's important because it's this function in the parent class that handles persisting the markers when exiting high. This overridden event will be what is called when you press the keybind from the project settings now. If you need the modal, which has the text input field, you can also call the spawn modal function, which will then call the spawn breadcrumb function when confirmed. For custom input, we can call the spawn breadcrumb function directly inside the blueprint. We can see now that since we bypassed the modal, hitting the C key just spawns the breadcrumb directly with the text that we gave it.